you can't sell unless you sell yourself. So here the meaning of sell means it's your marketability, that how much a person or the buyer is convinced by your talk, by your actions, by your advertisements, by your product taglines. That's the selling. That means unless you sell yourself, your strategies, you can't sell.
It's a very interesting topic that we will be having a webinar for our webinar, of course. And also we have a marketing expert, so to say. But before we begin, let me give you, a brief information about Practical EduSkills. Practical EduSkills is an educational institute. It is running successfully since last 17 years. And we are very proud to share with you that we have a very successfully placed more than 18,000 students. We mainly provide 4 courses, namely Practical BCom, Practical BBA, Practical MBA, and Bridge course. The unique concept has been invented by Sanmit Shah. He is the MD and CEO of Practical EduSkills. So yes, this was information about Practical EduSkills. And now let me introduce you to our speaker today, Rohini Kulkarni, the marketing master, as we say, expert. She has done her post-graduation in chemistry. She did her diploma in human resource management, worked in a pharmaceutical companies, and has more than 20 years of experience in sales training and marketing. Has successfully marketed pharma products, developed promotional strategies, conducted training programs, also works in quality control of pharma companies. Currently working as freelance online chemistry faculty. In short, there are so many accomplishments ma'am has. In short, we would say that she is a master in marketing. So yes, over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Geeta ma'am. Thank you very much. Now, friends, I welcome you to this webinar. As Geeta ma'am rightly has said that yes, we will be talking about very interesting subject, that is license to sell. Now, as you all of you know, that selling is a perspective which is required in every part of life, you can say. Okay, so let us have some presentation and my talk along with that, so that we will connect with each other very nice way. So let's see, what do you mean by license to sell? Now in India, there are so many businesses, not in India or globally, there are so many businesses, and so many businesses, they are selling something. They are selling something. It may be a bank, maybe corporate, maybe anything, but they are selling something. And when they are selling something, who is behind that selling? Somebody who is behind that selling is nobody but a person behind the selling. And when we talk about the license to sell, it is the first one, that maybe it is a person who has to sell himself to the market. So it is a concept that is selling yourself. So license to sell means, may it be a product, may it be a service, but who is behind that is the person. So let us go one by one for discussing that selling is nothing but selling something and getting money. Only then, when we say that the sale is closed, when the buyer gives us money, when we are selling something or marketing something. So let us see what is there as theoretically, what is sell. to give something to somebody who pays for it and is then the owner of it, to offer something for people to buy. Now, what is sell? We have said, but there are two spellings. One is sell, that is to sell, and what is sale? Sale is the same meaning, but it's a noun. But then what is sell? Again, I'm asking third time the question, what is sell? So this comes to something like biology or human anatomy. But you know, there is a person behind the cell, because every cell of the body is working towards selling the services or goods. So that is the meaning of sell. So sell has to be there in us. Only then the business is possible. Now, what is license? If you say it's a official paper that shows you are allowed to do or have something. It's a permission or freedom to do something. Now, if I want to earn money and want to, go to the top, then I must earn money by doing something. By doing something means by selling something. And by selling something means I myself should be prepared in every way to sell the goods and services which are offered by me as a company or as an individual employee of the company. So maybe it is an entrepreneur or maybe it is employee. Where is selling not required? Think. It's worth thinking. Where is selling not required? In shops, in banks, in corporate offices, over phone, online, in every industry, in every business, for earnings, for savings, for insurance, or on TV, in public, in travels, in hotels, parties, get-togethers, celebrations. Oh, at home, with relatives, with staff, with friends, or with spouse. Where is selling not required? I understand your answer will be, I'm sure selling is required everywhere. Selling is required everywhere. Do you always need to sell only products? Or do you always need to sell only services? Or what else is required for selling? So you can't sell unless you sell yourself. So here the meaning of sell means it's your marketability, that how much a person or the buyer is convinced by your talk, by your actions, by your advertisements, by your product taglines. That's the selling. That means unless you sell yourself, your strategies, you can't sell. So expert trainer has put it in this way. If you can't sell yourself, if you can't sell your ideas, if you can't sell your experience, if you can't sell your skills and talent, or if you can't sell your product and services, then you are doomed to fail. This we have to take with a pinch of salt. We will not talk in this manner, but we will talk in this manner today, that yes, if you sell yourself, if you sell your ideas, if you sell your experience, if you sell your skills and talent, if you sell your products and services, you are bound to succeed. So you are bound to succeed. The first step when we are a student or a graduate and aspiring for new degrees and new skills and a career, then it is a must that we must have the best marketability. Now, let us see. It is said that you are bound to succeed if you sell yourself first. Now, imagine yourself that there are so many candidates and they are called for interview, and we say that, yes, please pick me. Please pick me. That means I'm selling myself in a way. I'm selling myself. That means what? That means that sell yourself first. It is the most critical element in every sales effort. And sell happens through marketing strategies. Sell happens through marketing strategies. So license to sell, I would say that it's not just a paper which is given by the government, a permission to sell the goods, the foods, the drugs, or the medicines, or whatever, or the clothes, or whatever, online selling, or maybe selling mobiles, or maybe selling TVs, or maybe selling laptops. The license is a paper which a government will give you. But in true sense, the license to sell is to promote yourself. Because when you promote yourself, I mean, when you are sellable, you become goods and services, it is only then possible that we can sell our products in the market, or we can sell our services in the market. So let's see. What applies for products, same applies for you, yourself. For example, there is a competition. Yes, if I'm a product, I'm a toothpaste, there are n number of toothpastes. If I am appearing for the interview, there are thousands who are appearing for the interview. There is a lot of competition. Yes. What is my market share? When I talk about the product, yes, my product market share is this much and that much in percentages. Yes. But what is my market share? My market share means where do I stand in the market as compared to my competitors? That is the market share calculation will go on that basis. What is the customer base? So my customer base will be to whom am I talking about selling the product and how am I talking? That is most important. And what are niche? We talk in marketing as niche. What is the niche? So niche means where to sell sell the product. Where to sell the product? That is you can call it as a niche market. So is there a scope to sell the shoes and chappals when people in the people in jungle, they are not using only the shoes or chappals. So somebody will say there is no scope because there is no product yet launched there. They don't know the concept of shoes and chappals. But yes, a true marketeer like you, when you become MBA, a practical MBA, that you take the course, then you will say that yes, there is a lot of scope. There is a lot of scope because everybody will purchase my product, which is shoes or chappals. So you have to find the niche where to sell the product, where to sell my brand. And that's why for selling it, of course, you should be sellable. And behind that, there should be a marketing strategy. Now, for me, as a person, I want to become sellable and want to sell the products and services. What is the marketing strategy that a person only designs? But what is my marketing strategy? How should I talk about myself? One must know himself or herself as a person in the market, how to talk, what to talk, and what not to talk. So that all comes when the product is marketed or the person behind the product is marketing the product. Now, when does the product sell well, or how to sell anything to anybody? That is what is the license we get for selling anything to anybody. Licensing is not by government only, but it is by ourselves as a person. So what do you do in the market is make it about them, means customer needs are understood. Do the research before reaching out. So if I'm a person, I will find out which is the company, what is the company, what are they paying, if this is the degree, what I will be paid, that kind of thing. Research I have to do before I approach the company. Or for that matter, is the same for the product. I have to build a rapport first, then define your buyer, then contribute first and sell second, and ask questions and listen and approach them on their level. So what is the customer need? The language which customer talks, I have to talk. So here, everything I'm talking about the marketing point of view, selling point of view, and I've also written hit an emotional high point. And remember, you are selling to a person. Who is selling to a person? Myself. So I must know, I must have the knack to promote myself. And that's my license to sell. I have to promote myself to say, get sold in the market. So finally, who will do this all is you, that means us. So every one of us will work towards that. Now here you can see a marketing language where it is first thing which comes. When I pass out as a graduate, what do I have? I am yet to be employed, so I cannot sell my company. I am yet to be employed, so I cannot sell the product. If I am thinking of starting up a startup, then my startup is yet to develop. Then my product is yet to develop. So here, how do I sell? I sell myself. What do I do? No matter what you sell, you make a difference. You are unique. The prospect must like you and trust you. So if I approach somebody and I have the product which is in the development stage, then how do I give him that confidence that yes, my product is going to be the best amongst the competitors? If I am talking in those terms, that means what am I doing? Not having the product in my hand, I am talking about the product which is under development. So in a way, I'm selling myself. I'm selling my confidence. I'm selling my talks. I am selling my presentations, and I am developing a trust to the customer. So here, when as a passing out graduate and then opting or thinking of doing this MBA, that kind of thing, then we have to take the right decision. Take the right decision at this time, because I will just tell you my story in a 2 lines that I worked for so many years. And that time the courses like, practical MBA and everything that was not available. When it was not available, I had to learn on myself. When we learn on ourselves, it takes a bit time because there are colleagues, there are bosses, there are conferences and whatnot. And promotional material is to be developed. It takes a lot of time because I'm learning. I've not yet learned. I didn't have any hands-on experience. So I took the product. And that time, I'll just give you one example that a product which is very much famous today is the name Volini, which is a pain management gel and which is very famous. It has taken out almost all market. Now, that time Volini was new. And that time we were thinking to launch a product which is superior to Volini. So it was a big fight because our company was not that big. But yes, it was a big fight. And how to prepare for that, how to make the promotional material, what product to bring in the market. So that thought process had gone. It took a long time of 1.5 years. And then the promotional material was the ready first, the name of the product which was there, that is Fellini. So here the name which was similar to the product which is launched by big company, but the name which was also starting with our previous brand, that was Fengel. So here Feli, Ni. So it was very easy for a doctor to prescribe. So this is my experience, but I learned it hard way. And it took 12 to 15 years for me to do something which is, you can call it as a good, very good and all that, and to take some market share from the pharma market to promote the product. So for salespeople, we had written that eat Fellini, drink Fellini, and sleep Fellini, and dream Fellini, and whatnot. So when you are talking something which is appealing to the sales staff, you are talking something which is appealing to your customers, then what are you doing? You are selling yourself because you are having that knowledge, that what to do and what not to do. If you have the knowledge before, if you have the knowledge before you join a company, then nothing like it. If you have that hands-on experience before you join a company, nothing like it. You will save your time. So instead of going on a staircase, 1 2 1 2 karke, it will take a lot of time to reach at the top. So you can say that a course which is giving a hands-on experience in marketing, then it's a very good course that you will learn within short time. You will have hands-on experience and you will do the things much earlier than what I did and I learned, and it took a lot of time. So monetary gains are also best at younger age. That is, I need not tell you that. So here, right thinking and right decisions, and decisions taken on time are most important, which will give you license to sell in the market. Now, when we are thinking of all these things, let me tell you something, that when I say first tell yourself about you, that means we are seeking our positioning, that how much I can achieve, what are my capabilities, and where do I stand in the market. That is what we are thinking. So first tell yourself about you yourself. Then tell me and think about it. Are you best? Are you better? Or are you good enough? What do you want to become? What do you want to become? We are a graduates, okay? I am good enough. That I learned. Yes, but it took a lot of time. I take a course which is like, MBA. I studied through lot of books, lot of exams, lot of interviews in that colleges, and university offered me the degree of MBA. Maybe yes, I am better. But how do I become the best? I become the best when I'm learning MBA. Yes, that time I have the opportunity to have a market survey. I have the opportunity to meet the marketeers and listen to their experiences. I have the opportunity to approach the right customer, and I have the opportunity to talk to the customer, and have the opportunity to hand over a product or my services. And then yes, the last point comes that the customer pays for what he has received as a product from me. So this is the entire selling experience. If I get when I'm learning MBA, then why not? Yes, I am the best. I am the best, which is possible here while taking a right decision at right time of our age to have a practical course for MBA, for marketing and selling the products and the services. Here, one question which is important, here I'm asking that, what is your SWOT? So SWOT analysis. Now here, SWOT analysis, we can say that in this way, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Yes, I may be less confident. I want to become more confident. It may be my weakness. I have to understand that. Then what is my strength? Yes, I can speak very well. I don't have a stage fear. I can communicate very well. Yes, that is my strength. Then what are the opportunities? Yes, I can be hired by the companies where talking is the most important point. But that way talking is required everywhere. So I have number of opportunities to get hired. Yes. And yes, I've got a degree and I have the hands-on experience. If I have, then it becomes the biggest strength for me. Then what are the threats? The threat is that somebody else is also a similar kind of me, where he has taken the degree and he has taken the practical experience. So where do I stand? That I have to find out. I have to sharpen my skills by getting more and more hands-on experience. So this is what you can think of yourself. Once you think of yourself, as I asked you the question, that am I good enough, or am I better, or am I best? So if I want to become the best, then there is a way out to take a hands-on experience during learning. And that learning is nothing but that is the marketing degree. So you will learn there, you have the license to sell, that is, you can promote yourself. When you promote yourself, your goods and services will be sold. Maybe it is a bank, maybe it is a hotel, maybe it is online selling and marketing. Anywhere, everywhere in the world, you can approach when you are promoting yourself. So this is the license to sell. Now, this is nothing but, as I have talked to you, that it's a practical MBA. What it will give it to me? It will give, that is to know myself well. I will know myself well. I can do my own SWOT analysis and I can encash my potential. I can enhance my capabilities and thus I can enhance my marketability. So this is what which I wanted to share with you, that license to sell is to enhance my marketability. I mean, to promote myself well gives me the license to sell. So here, there is a small exercise for you. This talks about something which is called as a tagline. That is a very important part in marketing and in selling the product, of course. So find out which best selling product or company has this tagline. Which best selling product or company has this tagline? So the tagline, the first question is, the tagline is the taste of India. So which company and which product range has got this tagline? The second one is, just do it. So I think when you are attending this webinar, you may send a message to me of the company or a product range which has the tagline, the taste of India. And the second one, which has the tagline, that is, just do it. So I'm just waiting for your answer in the chat box. That is, who is the company who says that the taste of India? And who is the company whose product says that just do it? So these are the things. Here I can say that there is a kind of little homework for you. That is, what are the take-home points of this session? What did I understand by listening to this? And the next is important, very important. That is, what is your tagline? What is my tagline? Because this, my tagline, is going to help promote myself, and that is my license to sell. So here, a little homework from you. I'm expecting within seconds that there is some message for me from you. So this is what are the take-home points of this session and what is your tagline. And before that, there is a exercise who says that which company says that it is the product range is the taste of India, and which company says just do it. So these were the things which I wanted to share you, and I hope that you must have liked whatever points I have put forth. So I'm handing over the session to Geeta ma'am.
Thank you very much, Rohini ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely, it was a very interesting session. Of course, I'm sure the attendees of this session have learned a lot. Let me just give you a brief of what the session was.
Yeah.
We started with a very basic question: is what is selling, right? What is selling? And of course, through the session, she has answered all those questions related to selling, marketing. Obviously, with that that many years experience, of course, it was a genuine sharing of her knowledge and ideas on this particular field. The best part about this session is where she says, if you want to really be a master of marketing, you must know how to sell yourself. Leave alone the products and whatever. Let's see your talent. How well can you sell yourself? Yes, in this today's tough world, competitive world, where there is a, tough competition, obviously you will have to sell yourselves. So yes, in this session, I think the most genuine advice that Rohini ma'am gave, and which I could connect very well to, I'm sure even the attendees must have connected and felt it was very relatable. Her own personal story, of course, that she said, the main thing in the story is her genuine advice that let's not waste your time in learning all those important strategies about marketing and selling in your work at your workplace, rather, because you will be, as ma'am very correctly said, you will be it'll take you a long time, and it'll be like going on the 20th floor by stairs, 1 2 1 2 करके आपको वो stairs से एक step आपको ऊपर जाना है 20th floor पे. So if you're gathering that knowledge at workplace, it'll be like going on a ladder. सीढ़ी चढ़ना है एक step से. And if you gather all that knowledge that you could maybe gather in 10 to 12 years, in 2 years, if you are able to learn all of that in 2 years in your master's degree, then आपके 7 8 10 साल जो आपने वहां लगाए हैं, that knowledge you will gain in these 2 years. आपका career kick start होने में, this is a very important thing. And as very correctly said कि वो तो lift लेके ऊपर जाना होगा, stairs से जाना है 20th floor पे, तो it will take you such a long time. MBA is giving you a high-tech lift दे रही है, आपके करियर को आपको डायरेक्ट 2 मिनट में 20th फ्लोर क्या है, द गोल सक्सेस दैट यू वांट टू अचीव. सो वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए दिस विल गिव यू अ बूस्ट. सो यस, थैंक यू रोहिणी मैम
Thanks.
for a wonderful session. And let me tell you, at Practical EduSkills, it is obviously practical MBA course that we offer. So all those MBA aspirants, I would say definitely it's the best course for you. And all the best to all the MBA aspirants. And
Thank you.
and thank you, Rohini ma'am,
Yeah,
for
thank
your
you.
valuable time
Thanks a lot.
and guidance. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you very much.